Hey guys, it's Amber Manley with Behind the Alley, and I'm here with Dr. Sherry Johnson of Equine Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation in Whitesboro, Texas. You are one of a group of doctors that specialize in rehabilitation, and you show great pride in what you do. I'm actually a client. I had to solicit you guys because with Behind the Alley, there's just so much content to share, and I thought what you guys were doing was so innovative. So Dr. Johnson, tell me about your background, where you're from, and share with everyone what you do here.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having us. We're honored to be on Behind the Alley and blessed to be here. So, my name is Sherry Johnson. I'm board certified equine sports medicine and rehabilitation veterinarian. So all I do for a living is professionally rehab horses. I'm also quite involved on the research end of things as well. Did my veterinary training at Iowa State University, did an internship at Equine Medical Center of Ocala, and then transitioned into the sports medicine and rehab residency at Colorado State University that was collaborative with Equine Sports Medicine, LLC. So I had started a lot of really interesting research projects during my residency, and then I transitioned those over into a PhD program, and I'm about 2 years into my PhD program at Colorado State University. And I'm investigating novel rehab modalities related to tendon healing specifically, and what are new and integrative things that we can start to use in equine athletes that haven't been done before. So it's morphed into this really cool program where I get to work with human physical therapists and PhD researchers, and also really the top end human athletic strength and conditioning coaches to do really cool and novel stuff with our horses.
Well, Dr. Stout obviously she's been my vet for 8 years, and so whenever she told me about you, I came in with a case of EPM, and she's like, listen, which she was at Texas Equine Hospital, transition, moved up here, and she has this rehab facility, and I was like, hey, by the way, congratulations, I'm so excited for you. Well, her being my vet, she recommended that my horse with EPM come in for this advanced neurological rehabbing to help in conjunction with medication. And I'm like, yeah, I always follow the protocol. So drop my horse off, fill out the form, and I'm like, this is literally like walking into a real doctor's office, because every history of the horse is you fill that out so that you guys have the tools in your toolbox to know what you're working with, which I understand. I was told, listen, he's not going to go straight into the aqua tread. We're going to have a unique, every patient's different. Elaborate on how you deal, because you're referral base, but you also are open to the general public. But this is not just I'm going to drop my horse off for a week. This is a true investment. Do you mind elaborating on how that works? With my EPM case, Cameron said you're probably looking at a minimum of 60 days. I'll have Dr. Johnson call you, in which you did, and we had a lengthy conversation about what your goals were with him, what medications, and I just remember hanging up and thinking, oh my gosh, it's just so different. It's not like anything out there. So that's why I wanted to share all this. But how do you come up with these cases?
We're very proud of the program that we have built here, and I think the most notable thing about our program is that we are veterinary specialist owned and operated. And we're very high volume that we're proud of as well, and we get horses from all over the country that ship here. We do get some international horses, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And every single horse that comes in gets a custom program, so top to bottom, every plan is constructed with that specific horse's injuries and comorbidities and overall goal in mind. So there's not two horses on this rehab center that have the exact same program. And I always get questions on, well, what's your protocol for this injury, or what's your protocol for that?
I tried that too.
The reality is that I don't use injury specific protocols. Every single thing I do is custom. And that I feel is really important to maximizing outcome for each individual athlete. So what is appropriate for one horse may not be appropriate for the next horse for a variety of reasons. So that's really an important takeaway from us. And the second thing is that the cornerstone of our program is custom physical therapy. So we are not defined by machines here at this rehab center. Yes, we have an underwater treadmill, we have a spa, we have all the fancy stuff, but it's really the expertise that drives our program past those limits, and it's really the custom physical therapy that's prescribed for each horse that sets us apart. And we spend a lot of time on balance and neuromotor control and proprioceptive awareness and mitigating pain and improving flexibility. And it's a lot like a human physical therapy program that human athletes undergo, you know, to improve speed outcomes and to improve power and overall strength. So that's, you know, kind of in a 30-second blurb of what we do here and what we're so proud of.
Well, what I love about it is that y'all's goal is we're going to tackle this case and we're going to take it on. And arriving here this morning, just the face that you showed lit up a neurological horse that was here. In my eyes, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, and you're like, no, this is so good. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
wow. And then seeing footage of how that horse came in, I was mesmerized, like, wow, there's so much that's changed and evolved in the industry. And I think you guys are definitely leading the way. So I'm like, you have to make time for me to come by the clinic. Like, you have to, like, I've got to do this. Then I want to touch another thing too, which I'm the fluffy, like, oh, they're my kids, but I love the staff that's here. It's funny, whenever I did my last drop off, Wade and Callie, they'll like bicker over like who gets what horse. And then you'll hear one in a stall nickering or something, and they're like, oh gosh, that's horse so-and-so, they had a really bad morning today. And it's like, I took it as like a daycare, because you guys giggle and get to know, like, that handler is with that horse the duration of the time, and that connection's there. So you guys as vets, I know with mine, I'll get a text message from Dr. Stout like, so I checked in with Wade, we a little dull-eyed, but now he's all sparkly-eyed, and I'm just like, that is so cool. So
I'm gonna be honest with you, Amber, we live for the comebacks.
You do.
These equine athletes, we get to work with them at various stages throughout their career, and we absolutely thrive on getting the best results possible. And each individual horse here is known very well. They usually come with an entourage, so they come with a trainer and an owner and a farrier, and usually a referring veterinarian, and we tackle that as a team. That horse's rehab is really a team approach to keep everyone involved and really maximize the outcomes for each and every single one. And we have some of the highest level athletes in the country at our center, and we could not be more proud and honored to take care of them.
Well, you guys are doing a phenomenal job, and I had to highlight this because I think it's so unique, case by case, like a pro athlete, and y'all are all veterinarians, so it's like, you know, you're here, it's amazing. So well, I appreciate your time. We're going to try to segment a few things out, some video series. I know you guys have a tight schedule, so for you guys following, just take your time and be patient and look for the next video, because we're going to touch on little highlights and go along the way with different injuries and kind of help you guys find subtle signs here and there and all that. So this is just a soft introduction to equine sports medicine and rehab in Whitesboro, Texas.
Thank you, Amber.
You got it. We look forward to seeing you behind the alley.